Viewer excretion advised.
Nanette, fetch me the computer. You go to recover your email. Invalid password. You try to tweet out for help. Invalid password. Your computer bursts into flames and you're trapped in the building. You yell for help, but you've forgotten your password. Today we remember 9/11. Brad's wife used to love 9. He went with his family to see the Lorax, and he thought the film was speaking to him directly. Naturally, questions have been raised about his sexual orientation. Ocampo approached George Clooney for use of his spy satellite. They arranged themselves in the standard health and safety swastika formation. People were up for pretty much anything to stop Coney, as long as it didn't involve any practical action. He had broken up with you, and he had done it on Facebook. He ran around in his underwear, kicking in doors until eventually he was subdued and sedated. Hi, I'm Steve Jobs, and I've come back from a cold dark grave to tell you about our latest innovation. But there are only a few things that can cause instant goat death, or IGD as we call it here in the department. 2,800 years ago, there were these guys called the Greeks. They're extinct now. Translated from German, I believe it means, yes, rule. When it flies, it goes business class, by the way. A country so corrupt, the gold medals are made of chocolate, and the chocolate medals are made of street crime. Hey guys, Internet Historian 66420 Productions here. Soon, the new defiant subgenre of cop car planking emerged in direct protest. I ran out of the room into the forbidden forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco. Blink 182.
Dap, 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 dap.
But it doesn't stop there. It goes all the way to the highest levels of power. The South Australian government. Voldemort gave me a gun.
Changed me, can't like thing I actually like anymore, feel drugged, like I met Bill Cosby for drinks.
Everybody knows that planking originally started with the Catholic Church in 595 AD. Even the Pope was planking. It's me, J.K. Rowling. You know me from the series that inspired the Harry Potter erotica. No, don't touch. You'll become retarded too. Jing Dong Spy. There is always, you cannot think of the low price. But this idea failed too. The seizures just weren't worth it. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. We put a tiny seam in the side of your iPhone 6, so that it pulled out your hair every time you put your phone up to your face. I made that design decision. I thought it was funny. Today's sponsor, milk. Drink milk. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. They threatened to unlike the egg. But they couldn't do that, because blackmail is highly illegal.
I have a joke. Women's rights. This is an artistic masterpiece.
I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. Then he put his boys thingy in mine, and we had sex. In IRL, they were putting up signs promoting Brad's wife. Lure Coney out of the jungle with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as bait. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily. And what's a good harassment campaign without a soundtrack? Available in 3 hard drive sizes, 12 megabytes, 13 megabytes, and 128 gigabytes. Remember when I used to make good content? Me neither. Follow in the footsteps of Don Quixote. Remember that time he walked around with big jugs of vinegar? Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. Run with some furries.
You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not.
Biding its time for future generations to find, and then cringe at. Fuck you, stupids. I'm going back to my tomb.
The upvote button is orange. No, it's red. Orange. Red. This means war.
Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent.
Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. But hey, that's just a theory. A goat theory. Thoughts are watching. And then the roses turn into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air. And it was black.
I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke.
And yes, she also loved Hitler.
Snake ejaculated menacingly.
I just wanted to go to the common room and slip my wrists with my friends as we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2, and do it with Draco. He started to pray to Voldemort. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with black long hair. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. He and Draco were shooting at each other.
I wanna shit next to her.
And that's where I'm going to end today's show. Remember, if you like this video and like what I try to do on this channel, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that little bell check so you get a notification when we upload these daily as usual. Actually, if you did miss yesterday's video, you want to click a tab right there to do so. Well, watch that. Well, if you're looking for something laid back and you've been something. My name's Philip Frank, and you've been Hollow Phase. I'll see you tomorrow.